Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney East. Welcome all those just joining us after the Super Bowl. We're almost ready to get started here. We're sorry about the late start. One of the people had to be famous as a student on college stream, and right now I'm bringing in my co-caster for tonight, who is, hold on a second, Professor Bobo. Hello, Bobo.
Good evening, Dostunk. How are you, man?
I'm doing real well. I'm excited.
This is a game that's close to your heart, I imagine.
It is. I am also in Division C West in NGS, and this is an exciting game. Just a refresher for the people who may not understand. Division C West is a very close contention at the moment for the playoff spot. There's been a real big shakeup here as Do It Right had to disband from the league, meaning that all of their losses turned into wins for every team they were against, basically effectively making them as if they were never part of the league. This has changed the standings significantly. It's brought Clouded Minds all the way down from, I think, 6th or 7th up to 4th place here, ahead of Ghost Clones. Meanwhile, that brings Ghost Clones down to 5, so they're looking to get a win to solidify their position. Meanwhile, Late Game, though, can still sneak in here. If they pull a win, that'll pull them up to 6th place, and within striking distance of 4th place, the place you need to be at for the playoffs. So you can go to nexusgamingseries.com and check out all that stuff there. And it looks like, I think teams are ready here.
Looks as though they are. Would you consider this a must-win for Ghost Clones? Where they are right now?
It is. It's a can lose, but like it really puts stress on the rest of their season. It's going to mean that the other teams are going to start stepping ahead of them, and if they have some losses, later on in the week, that could mean they just don't make it. All right, cool. It looks like everybody is ready, and I can't. Why can't I start the game? What? Oh. Apparently, people are opening loot chests, and apparently that means I can't start the game.
Well played. Well played, Tim. I'm going to instantly look to blame the guys with the crotchety axe guy portrait.
I can... It is, in fact, not them.
No! But keep the meme alive.
Sorry, I gotta figure out who it is. Do I have to, like, remake this?
But I just gotta make it too real. See if we can get it going now. Or are we still getting memed?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick him here. I apparently can't. They still thinks they're opening loot chest. Like, I wish I could, like, give, like, it's, you know what? I'm gonna switch it over so it's on the stream, so I'm proving I'm, like, not trolling them. Like, look at this shit. Like,
throw it up.
It's insane. Okay, we're gonna try remaking the lobby here.
Do it.
Oh, Lord.
It doesn't take that long to set up.
I know. People are getting ornery because we are already late as it is. I do love the music that just came on. I wish you could hear it.
It's good. Allows me to take a look at this Blaze model yet again.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Well done, Blizzard. Well done.
Yeah. Blaze,
getting a
dude, Blaze is
a lot of play.
I love him. I'm loving it.
I love seeing the main tank Blaze this weekend. That was cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
What else did we see? Was that like 80% participation rate on Tyrael, I think? I think it was the big Tyrael weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrael's so good right now.
That took Europe a little bit longer than I thought.
Yeah.
No, really, I was just, you knew this was going to happen, but it was first rotation Tyrael. And I don't know if you saw it, but I only caught part of it. The Dignitas no support game.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to watch that. I'm so excited to go back and watch the
Oh, that was gross.
the Saw Mad Scientist tankless game.
Mm.
Okay, it looks like I have everyone except my co-caster in here. Let me get you.
Throw.
Where are you?
I'm here. I don't think I'm gonna do it. There we go.
Okay. Okay, I can hit the button now.
Hey, all right, we can play the video game.
I know. Jesus. Okay, I got it ready for one team. And I'm ready for another team. Here we go, right into Tomb of the Spider Queen.
So this means that both teams should definitely draft very entertaining comps, things with a lot of risk reward, a lot of very big animations.
Yeah. Late
to pull
game,
everybody
though.
back in.
Late game though is known for apparently getting a reputation for the Cho'Gall, or is it? Wait, is it Ghost Clones?
It is. It's the clones.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I got a little bit confused here. So the beginning of a
Let's
bit of
see.
reputation. Hanzo first banned out for Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Genji immediately being hovered. Let's get those Shimada HGC metas brothers out of here.
I'm gonna try to make an argument that that's great for Cho'Gall. I'm gonna try, but
yeah. So late game though this is indeed Ghost Clone's map pick. So Cho'Gall not impossible here, but the first pick going over to late game though, we're gonna see what they do here.
some map-specific picks to watch out for. Things like Malthael, Extra Vision with Chromie and Tassadar.
Yeah.
Anything that can enable your rotations. Obviously, Lucio could be at a very high priority. Malfurion does very well on this map, just to bully people out.
Yeah.
The tank meta's kind of wide open.
Yeah.
And then we get a nice, boring Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya's pretty decent here on this map. And I'm looking at chat. You're right. Kendo Pots. In fact, this is, the Super Bowl. This is not quite the Super Bowl because it's not the playoffs, but this is equally as important. And thank you, Fonzie, for saying I look elegant. I did not have a date today, so I should be... judging, I should be very good at heroes at the moment. That's a bit of a little shout out to my team there.
What are we going to put the odds on? Are we going to go Greymane Tyrael? Are we going to go Lucio ETC?
I don't think we're going to see the early Tyrael on this map. I don't think it's quite gotten down to NGS yet, but Greymane, if it's not Cho'Gall, and I really doubt it's going to be Cho'Gall, I think it's absolutely Greymane going here. Yep.
ETC or Lucio? What do we got?
Lucio.
Okay, I got the ETC. Oh!
Nice. Good call. Good call. All right.
But the one fun thing about Tomb is that usually the back half of the draft, somebody's going to throw a curveball in there. You know, this is the kind of map where you can break out your pocket Kel'Thazods and your Kerrigans and the occasional Junkrat or the wonky offlaner. So
yeah, so
not surprised to see standard early.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see an off Lucio pick here. Lucio, I don't think he's a must-have at the moment, especially in NGS. He's very good in HGC at the moment, but I think you can go with having other supports and get away with it here in NGS. Not really the mega support that you absolutely desire. But it's wide open here right now for late game though. You can grab any number of crazy things. And this is really the most difficult pick here. First pick this rotation here. There's so many times before you can grab one. Kashyyyk grabbed immediately. Wow.
She is a hard counter to Greymane. I would expect either a targeted Gul'dan or a Kael'thas ban to protect that Cassia as well. But we'll see what Ghost Clones want to do here.
Yeah, Kashyyyk, not a bad pickup here. You'll often see Arthas picked up as a counter to Greymane. Kashyyy's not bad either. She can suffer if you do get the Gul'dan or the Kael'thas. Her health pool not as survivable as she wants to be if she's going up against a mage, but she doesn't suffer completely. So,
and she'll have two frontliners in front of her. She'll benefit greatly from whatever sort of efficacy Sonya gets by looking to get a spear on the back line.
Yeah.
Anytime Cassia can get into a like a limited, like a 3v3 or a 4v4 scrap, she does even better.
Yeah.
Just because there's just one less source of ability damage out there, no matter what that is.
Yeah.
She likes those small contained scraps, and hopefully the Sonya can create a little bit of space to do that.
Yeah, and Johanna being banned out right here, getting rid of that wave clear, very good for a tank. Rhaegar being banned out. Do they think they just don't care about the Lucio at all?
This looks... Alright, so if you go with a Sonya Leap, right? Off of what Ghost Clones pick here, you can pivot into an aggressive tank.
Yeah.
And that probably wouldn't really be bothered too much by Lucio if it's something like a Diablo, right? So they may be sort of waiting to sit and see. But again, you still have the opportunity to go into some really hard lockdown here at the end of the draft that would also work well into Lucio.
Yeah, and I have a feeling the Stukov is sort of a harbinger of dive comp to come. Kasha can Valkyrie a lot of people out of position, but Stukov being maybe taken just so that if Sony does leap in and they do have a sort of dive comp, Stukov can shut that down pretty bad. Anna Malthael, oh my goodness, yeah.
All right.
Nano boost Malthael, and they take advantage here. Sorry, of not picking up the Lucio right away and grabbing the Stukov, then don't have quite as much of a disengage for Malthael. Flooding Swipe, of course, comes to mind, but with Anna's, it's not quite as good as a Break It Down. Malthael's going to get nano boosted and going to go in there hard, and we're going to see if they... I got to say, Anubarak.
Anubarak would work. There needs to be some form of disengage picked up here by late game, though. Even if you have to sacrifice something in draft to get some form of disengage, I think the one crutch that Ghost Clones are going to throw out there is that whenever Malthael casts Tormented Souls, they cannot be disengaged.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't a cleanse right now. He will have Inevitable End if he chooses to go in that route.
Oh.
But you don't have, say, an Uther.
Yeah.
Unless...
Is this the Uther turn? Double support. Malthael, Greymane do have, I think, enough damage to take this comp down.
Anna is not seen as a typical solo support.
Yeah, when did she get... I think she got played as a solo support in HGC recently.
She just got played as it tonight, and it didn't work at all.
Yeah, I said when I've seen it.
Just a quick side note. Yeah, Team 12 played solo Anna on Volskaya, and McIntyre played Zeratul, and that was the end of that. Yeah. So, I mean, it's all in on the nano boosted Tormented Souls. Again, if this isn't a second support, and they're taking a lot of time with this.
This is tough too for Ghost Clones though, because Kasha plays right into the Malthael. Malthael gets blinded. His effectiveness drops drastically.
Well, does it prevent the application? No, that's
it does.
Block. It does, right? Block does not prevent the application. And the Chromie. Okay, solo support Anna.
Yeah, solo support Anna, but the Chromie is going to really hurt the Nubarak. You know, he's pretty strong tank, and he's going to be able to fare well against the Chromie, but they're not going to be able to stop the damage onto Kasha and Vala here. That's going to be a lot of damage that Stukov is going to have to heal out. And really the question is going to be, can they apply the damage fast enough to stop the Stukov?
Now, do you change your Stukov build here based on what you're seeing? Do you look to get a little bit more out of your trait heal as opposed to standard lurking R build at 1 and 7? Are you going to flex a little bit here? Because there's not a ton of engagement opportunities for Ghost Clones. I mean, you can see a temp loop. Whatever ETC does is great.
Yeah, I mean, really, Malthael can just absolutely shut down any kind of dive. I mean, you've got Sony, you've got a Nubarak. I mean, we have yet to see what Sony's going to go, but it's going to be an interesting to see how late game, though, approaches team fights, if they're going to go all in on engage or if they're going to back off, if they're going to wait for a Valkyrie, if they're going to wait for a Nubarak to isolate somebody with Cocoon, if they're going to just sit back and sustain. I mean, Stukov's got a lot of sustain. Kasha, it's going to be, if everyone can dodge Chromie hits, it's going to be difficult to wait them out.
I mean, this game is going to fall on, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. A large part of it's going to fall on Drow Hunter on the Anna. You know, how much is he bringing here?
Yeah,
this could be really fun to see. This is definitely a specific map and comp pick.
Yeah.
And they won't. They, you know, obviously the Ghost Clones wanted to enable him to play this Ana. Let's see what they can do here.
All right, over here on the side of Ghost Clones, we've got Jakebot on the Malthael, Cold Cake on the Chromie, Drow Hunter on the Ana, Darkmon on the, what is that? I can't. ETC's backpack is right in his way. That's played by Ginger. We've got to pause immediately. Looks like we have somebody out. See.
He's blocking the Greymane.
Yeah, that is a Greymane. That it did look like a circus, but I thought I said Greymane already. Just very confused.
Good. Let's keep the banter up. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and a quick ready. Anyway, if I will shift over now for late game though, Ghost will be playing the Vala, Krakazak on the Sonya, Dexus on the Cassia, High Curtis on the Stukov, and Troth on the Anubarak.
I'm really glad that pause happened at a moment where it didn't matter. It was so dumb.
It's good. We're just building the hype for this.
Yeah.
We're building the hype. Let's get a bloodbath.
Okay, Chromie Vision coming out here. I'm going to pop up the talents right here. Both teams don't seem to be engaging too hard here. Q build for Greymane, Sleep build for Ana. Definitely a must of Soul support coming out. Race Strike. Oh, big push onto the Vala. Pushes her really into danger. She manages to back out. No follow-up there. And the Stukov slows everybody down to make sure that nobody can follow up there.
Good counter-engage by Makrakazak there. Remember that the Ghost Clones do not have a ton of CC from the back line. You're pretty limited. It's going to be a little tough to stop the Sonya if she waits patiently and can get a big spear just like right there.
Yeah, so Malthael versus Sonya. Malthael will probably do well in this solo lane here. Sonya going Warpaint. Interesting choice. Going for Q build for Cassia. Very interesting there. Stukov going for Fetid Touch. Q build for Vala. And Nerubian Armor for Anubarak.
I like the Q build in Cassia. Especially if you can wind up using the Cassia to get interesting angles, if you will, just to try to make sure that your Q is hitting multiple targets.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult for Ana to keep up with.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on whether Cassia can stack that Q quest or not, because otherwise Charge Strikes is immediate and it gives you damage right away. Here we see Chromie damage coming down, the W chunking everybody to half up, and Stukov immediately filling it right back up. Meanwhile, on the Sonya lane, we've got, Jakebot's taking a lot of damage from the Sonya, and here comes Val looking for the kill.
Jakebot doesn't have enough applications of Reaper's Mark. You can't get out.
Ooh, and Vala finishes off one more auto, does it. Not going for that Fear the Reaper, I think really hurt Malthael. That Malthael probably could have escaped the gank there with that talent.
Good play by Ghost on the volley. Waited patiently until Jakebot was really caught out, and like I said, did not have the application of souls on both Vala and Sonya, and it's tough to survive with just one target to soul rip from.
Yeah, speaking of important quests, we will also be keeping track of the Sleep Dart quest coming out from Ana.
2 stacks right now.
Yeah, 2 stacks there. 4 stacks for the Q there. Big slide onto the Cassia. She throws out the blind, but manages to start getting away. Doesn't get the blind onto Ana, who's really the damage output threat there, but she gets away. She's fine. Here comes a Anubarak. She pushed it away. Meanwhile, Greymane coming down, threatening to again gank Vala here.
Quarter level lead for late game though, and it's taken Sonya a while to grab this camp. We'll see how much value they're going to get out of it.
Yeah, so MC Krakazak grabs that, and on top here we've got Anubarak getting a good stun in this Chromie, but Cold Cake's going to walk away just fine, hitting those Qs.
That's a focused attack Sonya. So we're in the couple games that I've casted with you, I think every Sonya's picked something different.
Yeah. A lot of variety in the Sonya build. I think Sonyas are just kind of grasping to find out what the one true Sonya build is now that Poison Spear has been reduced. But focused attack, definitely a very common pick from the Sonyas here.
Spell armor here from the camp, real important to Cassia. Watch how little damage he winds up taking.
Yeah, this camp is doing a lot of work here up in front. Stukov puts his arm down that says, "Chromie, please hit me." Vala throwing out her W. Anubarak almost
over the wall.
Oh,
nope, now he's over.
And the face melt manages to break physics. That's a lot of gems. Stukov's going to grab about half of them, 2/3 of them rather, and walks away with that. And the gem count's still in favor of late game though.
But a slight bobble there. I mean, they could have been probably at level 7 with a half level lead, and now that gap should shrink.
Okay, trying to block that. Another Sleep Dart stack goes down.
Ooh, okay. Okay, Cold Cake. I see you.
Going Bronze Talon's Dragon Eye.
He went with Dragon's Eye. I mean, that's kind of the prerequisite with something like Anna here.
Yeah, and with
Blame
something
for the
like
one shot.
something like it's a good counter to Stukov because as soon as Stukov silences, that's a free target right there.
Pressure on the bot lane on McCrackazak is Demarcon dropping down there.
Looks like Ghost late game though angling for a turn, and Ghost Clones do not want to let them have it.
That
Oh!
Goodbye.
Goodbye. A headshot by Cold Cake. Those Kala lessons are really paying off as
That
the
should
Ghost
be the
Clones,
first
though.
turnover.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, it really Malthael. Wait, who has the rest of their gems? Oh, it's
ETC.
ETC.
Yep.
ETC. That's the problem here on Spider Queen. The great paradox of Spider Queen is that your tank has to be the one turning in, but also the one zoning people out. So Anubarak stepping way in front here, looking for some damage. And see huge damage to Anubarak. The Nubian armor will not save him just yet. As Anubarak goes down, this is a great spider push for the Ghost Clones, as you've got Anubarak down for 10 more seconds, and the spiders are on their way.
The blind from Dexys was late. At the second that Greymane jumps on Anubarak, he has to be blinded. We'll see if ETC can get Vala here.
Oh, Ginger moving out, getting the face on the Vala. Is the damage enough? It is not. The Q comes out, hits Cassia down a lot, but Vala is going to be just fine. She gets away just in time, having that vault open, checking in on the bottom lane. Everything seems to be okay going there. And Nubarak comes in. The E is down as he burrows in. The Cassia kill in the back, and that's a double kill for the Ghost Clones. Cold Cape keeping that accuracy up for Chromie, while the Anubarak kind of burrows to his death there. A bit of a desperation play there by Anubarak to try and get in the front of everybody there. And once that E's down, you're kind of a sitting duck if you're in the middle of the rest of the team.
So level 10, fast approaching for Ghost Clones. What's the play coming out of this Webweaver phase? They don't have enough gems for another turn-in.
Yeah, but they do have 10.
Might get a Vala.
Yeah, you're gonna find. Oh, Vala down to 55 health. And you know what? I just noticed for the first time that Ana healing reduction also turns down your natural health regen, which, I mean, seems obvious once I say it, but I'd never thought about that until just now. So it looks like boss.
Quick boss play.
Bot might be the play.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. I mean, the bot lane, Zach's been handling Jake bot, so at the same time, you're losing bot, but Sonya has not been able to help out anywhere else on the map.
Yeah, Ghost Clones did not spend a single heroic that time. Chromie checking to make sure if they're catching him out on this boss. This boss is going to go over for absolutely free. ETC holding his ult. The Curse Bullet coming out, slowing Sands. Nano Boost, of course, and Tormented Souls, because why else would you do it? Ginger very low on mana, and that's going to really hurt this push unless Ginger has a tap, which...
He does.
Yeah, ETC does, in fact, have a tap. So
I mean, this is going to be a great sort of just wasted turn-in. You're going to... Ghost Clones get to allow late game, though, to hit level 10, but they get nothing out of that spike.
Yeah.
The map will be reset as a result of the boss pushing top lane. You can't let that boss put damage down, and it should be just a free and easy clear for Ghost Clones.
Yeah, the best thing I can say about this turn-in here for late game, though, is it prevents that keep from dying, because if you get a kill pushing there, that keep is gone, and that's only 7 minutes into the game. Looking at 10s for late game, though, Wrath of Berserker, Ball Lightning, and wow, I looked away for a second. I thought that was a hero, but it was in fact a spider. Flailing Swipe coming out from Stukov's Strafe and Cocoon.
Ginger is holding his ult with ETC.
Oh, no, they pick it up, and it is in fact stage dive.
Does go stage dive.
Which, fair, you know, on this map, I mean, I know Leap wasn't picked up, but still...
There it goes.
There's a lot of interrupts for it. Here comes stage dive coming up. The Chromie Q comes on. Vala's Strafe is getting a lot of value. D-Markon getting super low here on this Greymane. The Nubarak stun comes out, hits 2, and this Fork's going to go ahead and go down, it looks like. But Jakebot's going to go ahead and go ahead and immediately Cocoon. It looks like Ana saving the Nano Boost for after the Cocoon. Excellent play there by Drow Hunter 95. Not wasting that Nano Boost. She throws up the Nano Boost onto the Malthael anyway, and he's not able to get into their team and make it happen. And what I'm expecting from Jakebot here is he went the W talent at 1. I expect him to go the W area of effect talent later on in this game, and which acts as like a mini Tormented Souls to really get the value out of that Nano Boost.
So late game though, when they gave up a boss, it was 11 into just turned in level 10. Webweaver phase gets turned. We just anticipated them getting nothing done, and nothing at all.
Yeah.
And just a scrap on the top, a little bit of Cassia damage, and a lot of Vala damage. And this game is almost effectively reset. It's about a half-level lead.
Yeah.
Whereas it was about a level and a quarter almost.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. So late game.
Them getting that top fort was absolutely critical to their ability to stay in the game.
Yeah, but here's Ghost and ETC on the backline on Vala. Yeah. Vala's able to turn around. Here comes the strafe to prevent any follow-up here. MC Kraken steps up, but there's an excellently placed time trap. And the Chromie damage is going to make Anubarak think twice about starting this over again.
The strafe now is enabled by not having Mosh Pit.
Yeah.
And again, there's a relative lack of CC on Ghost Clones.
Yeah. So a little bit tough for them to start engages, but it looks like they're doing okay just now. This camp pushing in real well. I haven't seen mid camp taken at all for Ghost Clones.
No. I would really like late game, though, to just push for a fight here. They backed off to take care of bot lane, but they're not going to get another opportunity before Ghost Clones hit 13.
Yeah, Nubarak ease in. The first bullet comes out a little bit too late. Sonya's down here sneaking this bottom camp. Very sneaky of you, Sonya. Everyone else is going to come here and clear top. And looks Ghost Clones just, figure out when they want to turn in, really. And
now they know that Sonya is down there.
Yeah, she finished real quick.
I thought maybe Ginger might have snapped a quick chase dive there.
Yeah, so no punishment on the Sonya there. Sonya's going to back up.
Top?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to... Oh. Are they going to... No, they don't... Late game, though, does not try for the flank. Ghost thinking about it, but thinks better of it and goes behind this fort. The Nubarak is, however, thinking about it, but the Vision there uses E to get right onto to the people there. Curse Bolt comes out. I didn't see if it hit a Nubarak, but if it did, it didn't do a lot of damage. The strafe there really chunking everybody down, but no real follow-up there.
This could be dangerous.
It's time trap. No follow-up on the time trap there. Q from a Nubarak comes up, and now all that strafe value is just getting healed right back up. So that is one heroic down in favor of Ghost Clones.
And the sleep into Chromie's Dragonite combo has been good, but again, there's a lack of engage for Ghost Clones.
Yeah, and Ghost Clones here.
It's difficult for the Ana to follow up.
Yeah, and you're seeing it here right now. The strafe got them roll and they were able to back off, but like that was enough, and they weren't able to get onto the fort. Now they finally wait for their minions, and it looks like they're going to be very dependent on minions and other forces for really sieging here. Their siege is so low with the Malthael and the Chromie. Nubarak goes in, is going to be punished for that E again, tries to back out, gets the stun down. Greymane jumps in, doesn't get quite enough damage. Here comes the swipe to disengage. They're not going to quite even get this fort. The siege potential on the side of Ghost Clones is so incredibly low.
They went all in on that Ana combo.
Yeah.
And it's not that it hasn't been played. Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, finally...
There's the blind. Good blind.
Yeah, excellent blind there coming out. Yeah.
They're going to lose top keep if they... nope, they're definitely going to lose it.
Yeah, so I think Ghost Clones were just trying to stall. So if that was a stall, excellent shot call there.
You know what? I'm going to actually put that one on late game, though. I think they just failed to recognize. They let the Sonya push bottom out, and they just slept on top keep. They played that defense so well, and forgot about the minion push.
Yeah, bottom lane is definitely the solo lane, but if you're the off laner, that's definitely something that you need to be aware of and take care of. So... 5-man clearing this camp up here, and it looks like they're trying to catch him off guard. Late game, though, posturing up here for boss, deciding they don't want to start it yet. Do we bait or do we start the boss? The age-old question. It looks like they're being a little indecisive. They're going to clear this wave first. Finally, Ghost Clones coming up here. I'm going to look at some of the stacks here. 12 stacks here on the Sleeping Dark quest from Ana, and only 24 stacks.
Going all in on
the they are going to go. Vala just disappears from the map. Nubarak ease in. Going to be caught in the time trap. Actually going to save him for a little while. Casta throws out the lightning ball. Greymane ease away to make it disappear. And that is 2 for 0 coming out from Ghost Clones. An excellent pick off on the Vala there. And these people... on the Ghost Clones, the Chromie and the setup for the Chromie just on point, and they're able to get so much damage. And then LOL coming out from chat, and apparently ETC went the wrong way, took the misclick bus all the way to Grand Central Station. Chromie gets chunked out by this boss.
I have to ask, what was Vala doing right there?
I don't know.
That was they paused on the boss. They went for the bait. but they didn't take an aggressive position with their frontliners and look for the engagement there. They wound up sort of playing into, oh look, a time trap.
Yeah. So
little just the indecision there for about 15 seconds. They could have set up a really good trap, and they wound up losing the boss for it.
yeah, and this keep gone. This boss is pushing right onto the core. Looks like they're gonna try and stop these spiders. Maybe get a second keep instead of trying to pressure core with their 16. They're gonna go ahead and clear this wave and see if they can push this wave all the way to the front against this spider web weaver push. They're gonna rip this spider down. This boss almost getting the shields down onto this core, but the spider now pushing top. They're gonna go ahead and clear these other two spiders from the map on the side of Ghost Clones. And really, if you're late game, it's about how do we get to 16 fast enough and how do we come back in this game. The top looks like it has plenty of XP, but looks like they're just deathblind. They know where Ghost Clones are, and I'm very surprised you're not soaking top at this moment.
I mean, late game they'll play. Look, despite some of the the questionable decisions, they played it well.
Oh yeah.
There's a chance they'll hit 16. They will probably be able to get 2 more team fights on even talent tiers.
Yeah, ultimately not really mattering here, although they're
the
trying to take advantage before they get 16. Here comes the slide, and here comes the chromie damage. Absolutely deletes this Cassia, and in fact does, and believe, end up hurting late game though. The Malveil ult is out, the cocoon is down, but it doesn't matter. Nubrak has to back out. They're going to try and find this Stukov, going to play ring around the Rosie in this bush, but no, he's going up way in the corner. He's going to be trapped. He's going to try and take up as much of their time as possible before he goes down.
He should just die quickly.
Yeah, and down he goes. And looks like there are only 3 gems away from a turn-in on the side of Ghost Clones, and this could absolutely be game if they
that was the second time in a row that a forward Vala was the source of initiation. And here come the Ghost Clones for the camp.
Oh, Greymane jumps in onto the Nubrak, almost deletes him. Just a little bit of damage off there. The grenade stops him from getting... Wrath is popped, but the...
I would expect Ghost Clones to snowball this here. They can go take bottom camp as well. Probably grab a turn-in, and they will have a pick of whatever keeps that they want.
Yeah, okay, so they're going to go
Not
for the turn
grabbing
here.
bottom camp.
Yeah, Chromie going to threaten here with some... putting a time trap down right. Make sure this camp gets some push. The mage minion's still alive, offering that spell prevention.
Slight missed opportunity there. They absolutely should have grabbed bottom camp. They could just let that AFK push bottom, and that would have been a free keep, especially with the amount of just raw damage that they can put out on mid lane. Yes. Ghost Clones, have to know that 2 kills equals the end of the game here.
Yeah, so big order for late game mode to fill. This is 18 to 16. This is absolutely where you need to come back in this game. You know where they're going to be. They're pushing in with the spider wave, and your job right now is to make sure that this spider wave does as little damage as possible and see if you can get some kills to see if you can get back into this game. I'm not sure what their gem count is looking really low, so turn in very, very far away. Boss timer very far away. Wrath comes out along with the cursed bullet, and Sony gets barged down by this cursed bullet. The chromie damage is off. The Malveil all interrupted by Cocoon. Malveil is out of this reset. Cocoon. Yeah, fight reset.
Fight totally reset.
Looking very low here. Sonya comes out and ease onto the whole team, getting a lot of damage, but she's pushed back by ETC. But here comes the Anubrak for support. But Sonya goes down and destroyed, but a lot of damage coming down. Greymane from, I believe, that strafe was what did most of that damage there, and that is a 1-for-1. Excellent defense there by late game. But let's keep this hanging by a thread. Cold Cake's going to come over here, going to throw down some damage on it, using that bronze talons. They're going to burst that spider down. Looks like Ginger's just going to go all into this keep, make sure they get something for their troubles. Excellent play there. That keep absolutely worth. They realize late game though here, but if they get rotated on here, this could be a bad wipe. But flailing swipe.
No, it's a good swipe if they get the Ana. Looks like they can.
Drow Hunter way out.
Okay. Good damage onto the Stukov. They really prevented that from being turned that hard. Thought they had a chance. Listen, that's a good shot, especially before 20. Just go for it. You don't have too much to lose in that situation. Just force one more fight. Hopefully you can get a pick and start to crawl your way back in.
Yeah, so they're going to have to come up here up top as Nubrak clears this lane. They only have 1 keep left. Catapult's pushing on 2 lanes.
Oh, and now we get the bot camp.
Yeah, bot camp grabbed now, and that's going to put them on a time limit. That bot camp could push... very hard onto this final remaining keep. Vala's stuck way out in the middle of nowhere, but the silence goes on to Chromie, but the timeout prevents any real damage. There's no kill coming up, and they gotta kill this Vala.
Here comes the Chromie Bomb.
Jakebot tries to kill the Vala, and the Sonya Wrath goes on and putting a ton of damage on the Malthael. Gets the Malthael and the Vala both going down, but it's the 3 for 0 as Ghost Clones turn their 20 advantage on. Late game though, absolutely takes advantage of their 20. It looks like they're just going to march down center here, and they can get this core with a great maintenance Duke thing. And that was not a bad fight for them to take. Once Vala was caught out of position like that and was able to get away, late game though had to turn that fight and make something happen, but it was not to be as
High Curtis did go. He went with a little more trait-friendly build. He went with target excision at 7, but there's only so much damage you're going to be able to prevent with a forward Vala.
Yeah, and High Curtis seeing if he can get, he's not going to do anything here, but he's going to try his best.
Yep, that'll be it for game 1.
And that game 1 going over to Ghost Clones.
Good job by Ghost Clones. Solid win.
Okay.
Solid win.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job by both teams here. And let's see, we come back here. And it looks like the next map is going to be Braxis Holdout. Now, this map is the pick of late game, though, the first map. So that was Ghost Clone's map. And late game, though, definitely not a fan of Tomb of the Spider Queen, as I heard from their captain earlier today. So
I don't think they played that map poorly.
No, I don't think so at all. Yeah,
it was just a couple questions where at certain points they, again, either the Vala getting caught forward or maybe just a slightly sloppy engagement kind of did them in there. There were good moments in that game, but I mean, those are the kind of things you want to check on VOD review.
Yeah, and
where did we miss that one rotation here or there?
Yeah, and somebody called it out in chat. The Vala was definitely a liability for sure, because like anytime you have Vala in your composition, your front line is not able to protect her, she is just gonna die.
He did really well early game, Ghost did, just by sort of playing safe, playing back. ETC as a tank is vulnerable to getting chunked down by some of those, heavy hitting but fragile backliners. Like right now, the flavor of the week is Hanzo. But before, Vala was the typical sort of backliner that would just hit you hard and really prevent you from tanking on your terms if you couldn't get back there. So anytime a Vala steps up as a tank, you're happy. That's the target, and also it snowballs because once the opposing team, sees that their top DPS and sort of the crux of their comp goes down, it's just a deflating moment, and it's very hard to sort of get your mind wrapped around how are we going to 4v5 once our Val is out.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get everybody into.
As a Division C West notable person, what do you expect on this Braxis game? Because we haven't had a single Braxis game, at least in our games on East.
Oh no, we actually banned out Braxis for a couple games this season. I'm not sure what to expect. I mean, hey, if Cho'Gall is what you want to do, okay, we got a BRB. If Cho'Gall is what you want to do on this map, it's not a bad thing. I think it's going to catch some, even if they're expecting it, it's going to take people by surprise.
I expect a second phase ban. Just somebody throwing it out there. Anytime you're on Braxis, that there are like the cheesy sort of things like Morales bans come out of nowhere. You get the Cho ban. Sometimes you get the Zagara ban if somebody loves to play it.
Yeah.
The Rexar, again, second ban phase on Braxis is wide open, and that's a function of the map and the way that it sort of breaks the game.
Yeah. This would be very I'm sorry, I'm getting very confused here. There's a lot of different specialty things that can come out for sure, but I have to imagine with both these teams that we're going to see a little bit more on meta pick. I think we're going to see Lucio highlighted earlier. It's going to be prioritized earlier in the draft because Lucio's able to speed people in between those 2 points, and that's a strategy for a lot of teams at the moment.
Just it opens up a whole different class of heroes. It's wave clear, and for a lot of teams, it's just getting one of the supports that is manaless. You know, you don't want to be bringing in the Uther here unless you really have a specific game plan. You know, things like Uther, to a degree, Malfurion, anybody that can be sort of starved out of mana either by just by time or by the form of damage that they're weak against. Those can always be a problem. That's why you see things like Morales and Oriel. They can just stay there. They don't need to tap ever. They just kind of hang out.
Okay, looks like, all right, we're ready, and we are going to go ahead and get into this game here. I can see this game has a lot of cheese comps available to it. You've got Azaria available to you. You've got...
Well, Sylve is still a thing. Like, she hasn't really been changed. I think people just remembered how to play against Sylve over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so first ban coming out for Ghost Clones. We could see the Genji right away here. Genji's super good on this map too. He's able to rotate a lot faster, and really on this map, rotations and ganks are what it's all about. This 2-lane map a lot smaller than Battlefield of Eternity, and so when
is it?
It is.
I thought it was I thought it was actually the one of the larger ones, top to bottom. Chad, help me out.
Yeah,
I wasn't 100%. Okay.
You'd have to like sit there and time it, because there's no like unit of measurement in this game. I mean, there is, except yeah. So,
do you expect a 1-4 or a 2-3?
I expect a 1-4, but
okay.
Hey, teams are going to do crazy things. I'm gonna have to. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to look at the comp here, but I do expect the people to draft 1-4s in this game, especially because it looks like comps being so meta on the side of both teams. I mean, look at this.
Hey, 1 Shimada, 2 Shimada.
Yeah. It's almost a shame that there's not a third Shimada.
Don't give Overwatch ideas. I can't. Like, I don't. You know what? I enjoy the fact that Genji and Hanzo are in the game.
Oh yeah.
Like, they again, just a little bit of tuning to be good heroes. I can't stand the Overwatch hate.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's rough. Let's just get a crappy Overwatch show. So Lucio immediately picked up, and Malthael grabbed right away, looking to possibly win that 1-4 on the top. Malthael does a really good job of that, but really, if you do a 1-4, it's all about that soul lane keeping that that shrine. You know, you've got it's not a shrine, but it's a control point, but. And
Anubarak moving from one team to the other in this draft.
Yeah, so immediately Anubarak picked up they thought the Cocoon was probably super powerful. I mean, if I'm at Malthael, I definitely felt a lot less powerful than I expected with the Anna Malthael pickup.
They were smart Cocoons.
Yeah.
Again, even though the game didn't reflect that, I think every one of them was effective.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, very good by the Anubarak player. I forget who it was, holding that Cocoon specifically for the Tormented Souls. Every time it came out, there was a Cocoon there to fix it.
But we talked about it in draft. There was no cleanse for Malthael from an outside source.
Yeah.
Uther was available there too, and if you don't want to double support, fine. But it wasn't an all-in on the Tormented Souls. So it even though they were good Cocoons, they weren't punished when it wasn't available.
Yeah. Malthael, Malfurion rather, being picked up there. Lucio and Malthael, the Twilight Dream can be very powerful. If Malthael jumps in there, Malfurion can easily give him a silence, and that's going to be the death of that Malthael more times often than not.
I would like to put, I'd like to see late game though pick up. Even against the Anubarak, I'd like to see them pick up one of the burst mages.
Yeah, just single target damage against the Malfurion is really, really tough.
And look, Anubarak is obviously he's always scary.
Yeah.
But if you can just consistently put damage out there in conjunction with a secondary DPS that specifically can put pressure on him, even if you're just grabbing a quick Tychus, some form of auto attacker that might be lower in your meta just to compensate for it. Malfurion is always going to struggle into things like Kael'thas and Jaina. It's hard. Even with the rework, he's better, but especially in that early game, he is definitely vulnerable to mages with really good wave clear sort of running riot.
Right. So
ETC ban out.
Yeah, Gul'dan also a very good ban from late game, though. Gul'dan is very powerful in this map because of his ability to sustain. He basically has infinite sustain if he is played well enough.
And Greymane Gul'dan is the sort of most versatile, but
Yeah.
most boring combination of DPS you can go for. It's just safe. It protects you against everything.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, though. Well, hey.
Oh,
Yep.
the
Okay.
Cho'Gall comes out from the other team this time.
Nobody banned it. I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say a darn thing.
Oh my goodness. So we do have the Cho'Gall here from
Tedrain.
the late game, though I don't know if they took it away from Ghost Clones, but
Good thing I have 75 call. All right, so you've got Cocoon to deal with it.
yeah,
You're gonna need to grab an offlaner,
yeah,
and Leoric sort of fits the bill as the anti-Cho'Galls.
yeah.
Tychus is on the board. You very rarely, if ever, want to pick a mage into Cho'Gall. It just doesn't work out.
Is this a deny pick from late game though? Because it doesn't seem like their bans in their draft seem particularly targeted towards Cho, except for the Malthael.
I mean, I'll say this: you're taking the upheaval nether combo. Greymane Malfurion, pretty good to do that too. If you can stop the T-Dream, because those are two fairly immobile heroes.
Yeah. So.
Yep, Tychus and the Rexar.
You are right, my friend. Very
Into Malthael. Good.
That's,
having a little bit of fun.
That is so much fun.
We get to see Misha fight death. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, Rexar seems pretty well suited for that task. Now the Anubarak, I mean, I feel like if I'm going up against Cho'Gall, I'd rather have Cocoon Bullet than Malthael.
Yeah, you have to ask your support that question.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah,
and although I don't know if Ghost Clones were going to go Cho'Gall, because Malfurion probably not the healer you first think of when you first think of I'm going Cho'Gall. So,
but it's not bad if you can get on the front foot and you can ensure if you cocoon the Cho'Gall and you can just get your root and your T-Dream timed out.
Yeah,
there's very little that Lucio Kael'thas are going to be able to do to prevent you from getting that combo. Yeah. You'll have to stop, just stun the Lucio in order to make sure that he can't get sound barrier off. But I mean, there's setup there again. If you win enough in the early game, specifically through the Rexar, that's going to be interesting to see up top. Jake Block took it for a reason.
Yep,
everything was up and available, and he wanted Rexar into Malthael. Yeah. See what he can do with it.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely crucial. The rest of their question here is, can late game, though, stay in the face of Ghost Clones to basically spam them out? You get Cho'Gall right in their face with Kael'thas throwing spells behind, and Malfurion's going to really struggle.
It's a lot of damage, even with the Anubarak shield, because it's Anubarak and Tychus, and if they're too close and they're both taking damage, it's going to be tough to stop something on a gravity lapse.
Yeah,
we'll see. Again, this is very interesting.
Yeah, and
you've got a couple of counters.
Yeah, Cho'Gall spam means Nerubian armor is going to be mostly gone most of the time. But anyways, we got on the side of Ghost Clones, Ginger on the Anubarak, Drow Hunter flapping his wings on the Malfurion, Cold Cake on the Greymane, Demarcon on the Tychus, and up top we've got the Jake Bot on the Rexar.
And on the red side, hi Zach. So we got Hi Curtis and Zach jumping into the Cho'Gall here.
Hey Zach.
Troth jumping on to the Malthael. Ghost is playing the Lucio, and Dexus is on the Kael'thas. A little bit of shift here in terms of roles, but Cho'Gall, you do things.
All right, it looks like they're going to look for somebody mid. They're going to come down here. Looking at the talents, Taskmaster for Gall, Fuel for the Flame for Cho, KT going Mad Addict, of course. And wow, the aggression starts immediately, but look at
the turn. Look at the turn just on one set of bombs.
Yeah, and that's the Cho'Gall Kael'thas spam I'm talking about. Ginger getting super low, gonna have a shield, and Nubarak's gonna be able to walk away there, just limp towards that fountain. Cold Cake getting a bit of pressure there. Looking at the rest of Tom, Sphere of the Reaper for Malthael.
No, Misha.
Oh, Misha dies up top.
No.
Yeah. Tyka's going for the press the advantage, and I need to change my scene.
Well, just quick, interesting sort of side note. I want to watch the Lucio build here. It can be a little tough for Lucio to get Cho'Gall all the way back up, just because he's got a couple of hit points. So before the traditional Lucio spikes, like let's just say you wind up going for Party Mix and Rejuvenes at 16. Let's see how quickly Ghost is going to be able to get a Nubarak, or excuse me, going to get Cho'Gall back up once he is low.
And Malfurion going for the Nature's Swiftness build, really looking to stay a lot safer with the regrowth there. Very interesting choice there. Usually you see Shando's Clarity at war.
It's a good solid talent. You get value out of it. You're going to be dodging so many skill shots.
Yeah, and they're going to go and grab this point up here. No problem. Cho'Gall just forcing his way under. Greymane going into this Kael'thas, who is all alone. Nubarak dives away from the damage. There's the kill onto the Kael'thas. Excellent play there. Ginger distracted them enough to let Greymane get on there and then eat through to the kill target to make that a reality. Goodness, that was fantastic play there.
And, I mean, you could say it's First Blood, but I don't really think that's fair to Misha.
Oh,
I don't think it's fair at all.
Yeah, you don't get a little counter there. I mean, it counts as XP, so Troth getting onto this point, but Misha doing her best. Troth just slowly whittling this bear down until there's no more left. Now, hey, Zach is back on point. Kael'thas is back to us, and thank God Kael'thas wasn't going Convection, because that would be bad for him. Big E onto them.
Wow.
Flame Strike comes out immediately onto Nubarak, getting bombed. Tries not to spread the bomb, succeeds, but they're going to push them off of this point. Excellent sustain coming out from this Malfurion here.
Despite the success that Ghost Clones has had engaging here, still 68-0. And a lot of that's just because Troth is just not an environmentalist.
Big dive onto the Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall has a lot of health, but he is not immortal. Cold Cake gets the bomb, doesn't pass it. And meanwhile, Misha has got the point here away from Troth. Troth is having a lot of trouble clearing the wave and dealing with Misha, but not anymore.
Nope. And again, keep an eye on Drow Hunter. He's completely out of mana.
Yeah, so Ghost Clones realizing they get the double kill onto the Cho'Gall. They're looking very low from all that spam from Kael'thas. Kael'thas trying to get onto this point, trying to get some kills down a member, but Ghost Clones realizing they have to make something happen while losing top and realizing they don't have any XP. They decide to push onto the point, and they get onto the point and they make things happen. They still have a half-level lead, and I'm going to go ahead and check the XP total here. Lucio goes down, and there goes Kael'thas, and Tychus Greymane just doing work though. I gotta say, we got.
Looks like Cho'Gall found himself a.
Yeah, can't quite get through that area. Tychus is going to come up here and help Rexar while he's up here. Going to be 2-on-1 and going to try and push Malthael off this point and take it.
Nah, well, Death ain't going to be moved.
Yeah. So Cho'Gall takes up the place here, and
Troth. I mean, the way to beat Malthael is with some form of burst damage, and it just doesn't exist here. They'll get him just for overstaying.
Yep.
But it's not a good sign early if Rexstar takes, what, 2 Misha deaths and a death by himself against Malthael.
Okay,
it's going to be tough. They're going to have to get a lot out of this.
They're able to get onto this point. A big Flame Strike on the Nubarak going to be just fine.
Great play by Ghost.
Yeah.
That was a great boop. If Dexus is patient, he will win this over the long haul. Just watch every single bomb cast, especially the free bomb cast that you get with Kael'thas trait. I mean, they get just so much value.
Yeah.
Malf just cannot keep up with this damage.
Oh, I know, and everybody has. It also forces everybody to move while you're on this point. So no boop here. Cold Kick has to back up because of that bomb. Spreads it to Malfurion, and Malfurion does not like he. Looking at Tychus' level 4, I've been waiting to see what it was. Into the rhythm, so Tychus looking to get just hammer on this Cho'Gall once they get enough stacks here. Ginger gets the bomb, goes back in, gets a huge stun onto Ghost, and Ghost is taking a lot of damage and has to speed his way out. Gets down to about 200 health. Malfurion, though, meanwhile, completely out of mana. They're going to start getting some progress on this, and it looks like they are going to take the Zerg. No, they will not. Malthael. Oh my god.
The caster's nightmare, Malfurion and Malthael.
Oh, I know. He gets on this point. Rex are doing good damage, but Troth is keeping himself alive. Did he go die alone? No, he did not, actually. Meanwhile, down here, I missed the kill onto Lucio. Cold Cake dives right into that Flame Strike.
I like Black Harvest in this spot. I mean, early in the game, you can tell we got a double bottom. Ooh.
Cold Cake and D-Markin, just the twin damage there coming out from both of them.
Cold Cake has figured out the last couple minutes. He's waiting very, very patiently, especially for D-Markin to get the Tychus damage out there. And once he gets maximum value on the minigun, then it's time for Greymane to go to work.
Yeah.
Great adjustment by Cold Cake. Like I said, he's been making a huge difference in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I say, let's have Cold Cake. Let's have her send this replay to Kala this time. Oh my god.
Didn't
Sorry.
take die alone. Now it's hurting.
Yeah, Malthael says, fuck this bear. Greymane comes up to make sure that Troth doesn't kill the Rexar here. Greymane gets right onto this.
Top.
Yeah, kill
Kill
top
bottom.
and a kill bottom. Ghost Clone's just absolutely dominating this map so far.
Ghost Clones can snowball this incredibly hard here. They should have 10.
Yeah, that's the downside to Braxis. Hold on, they are going to get the
Yeah.
Zerg. It's going to be, fortunately for late
rotate
game, though.
top, are they going to rotate top?
Yeah.
If they rotate top, this is the kind of situation where you get 10 right at about keep wall or actually after fort. Nope, they just back off. And then you could have snowballed that possibly into a keep play by having heroics before the enemy team had level 8. Yeah, they played conservatively though.
Yeah, so they're going to clear this real fast. Misha is going to stay up top along with her pet Rexar. Troth is going to come down and try and just put some defense on here. Finishes his quest there really quickly, so you're going to be able to get what's the exact wording there?
What, Black Harvest? The increased duration on Reaper's Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll help. Well, especially into 16. You would expect him to go with that.
Yeah, but 10's coming out here. There's the cursed bullet onto the Malthael. Malthael managed to use Fear of the Reaper to get away, but this front wall is going to be destroyed with that 10 advantage. So looking at the 10s here, we've got the laser coming out for Tychus. Very interesting. Cursed Bullet, Cocoon, Bestial Wrath for Rexar, and Twilight Dream for Malthael. The E onto the Malthael.
Looking for
Troth
Malthael.
doesn't quite get it. Gets down to about 150 health. This fort, they're not going to be able to kill it just yet, but this fort looking real low, and they get the well bottom too, which is going to be huge for getting this point.
Draken Laser is an adjustment that Tychus players will make when you take in the rhythm at level 4.
Right.
You want to always be using your minigun. Why bother using the Odom?
Ooh, Ghost gets caught out by a great Anub burrow there. Gets stunned up with the follow-up. Not quite enough as Lucio speeds on out, puts that boombox down.
I'd like to see some aggressive play here. This is 11 and 8. You know, a boss.
I think they're waiting for that camp. They went and got that camp there, and they're going to wait for it to push onto this fort. Cho'Gall, I mean, his wave code. Demark and pauses.
And we get a pause. Yeah, again, just what we're talking about there. Not getting a fort after the first Zerg wave, and then coming out of that with level 10, you just see them very passively taking their own giants. Again, I'd like to see something. Force a boss, you know, invade a camp, you know, try to take advantage of this. What is now 11 into 8. This is not just 10 into 9.
Yeah, and it looks like my FPS gremlins are back somehow. So I apologize if this has become a slideshow. This seems to be like not doesn't seem to be a reason behind when this happens, but hopefully it goes away soon. Hopefully this pause mitigates it at least a little bit. So we are waiting for people to come back from this pause. So yeah, 11-8, I would love to see. Okay, it looks like they're ready here.
Okay, good. Like I said, some kind of aggressive play. You know, you have all of your heroics up. Most of them are on short cooldowns. I mean, you got Bullet and Cocoon on Braxis can be used repeatedly during the objective phase.
And Misha destroyed up here.
Well, he wanted that bear.
Yeah. But they are pushing hard down on this camp, and looks like you do have the Hellbats, excuse me, coming out here. And they're going to put some armor reduction onto this building, making it easier for this fort to go down.
All in all, though, if you go down by 3 levels, 2-3 levels, and all you lose is a fort, that's a pretty good defense.
Yeah, so that kill really only giving him an XP boost, which was desperately needed, of course, but Greyman's going to go up top, and they're going to get this fort still. No problem. Rexar is back. Greyman's going to switch with them. They're going to get this camp, it looks like, up top. As a bush party here waiting, Nubarak, Tychus, and Malfurion. Now, does casting heal like that reveal you in the bush? I don't know.
I don't believe it should.
Yeah. Because I think attacking does, but...
It's not an effect that's being applied to another enemy, so that's where I think the confusion is.
I have no idea. But Cho'Gall puts the eye down. There's no bush party with Cho'Gall around with the Eye of Kilrog, which I believe is Gall's ability. I can't remember.
This top camp just should be interesting. Before, Malthael was having issues dealing with
here comes
both.
the Kael'thas.
Yep.
Gonna at least try and burst this bear down.
No, Misha.
Throws a Flame Strike. Gonna be fine. Jake
and pushing bottom. Ginger looking for a Lucio, and he grabs him. Okay,
Cocoon under the Lucio. Here comes the laser down. Here comes the Shadow Bolt Volley to push everybody away. The Shadow Bolt Volley doesn't get a whole lot of damage, but it does save Lucio's life. There's the laser down. Doesn't really do anything. Takes a lot of damage from he is Zach, but
so this is Shadow Bolt Twilight Hammer, not Upheaval.
And Misha is just fighting two people all by herself. That is a one brave bear, but they find Cho'Gall and Lucio. Excellent route there. Has to break it down only on Lucio. Ghost manages to get out just barely, but they are really hurting, and they're going to have to wait to heal Lucio back up.
Good disengage.
Yeah, excellent disengage there, and a good punish onto that bear. They're going to keep bottom. That's going to get that up to 60%. Nubrak's going to go right in. Cho'Gall really low, has to back out. Tychus wastes him, but here comes the Malthael back, and Ghost gets down to about 150 health before able to get back. Malthael throwing some damage out, seeing if he can get Drow Hunter. Malfurion caught. And no man's an ice block. Excellent block.
Great ice block. Does he live?
Does he live through the burst damage? The bomb does not kill Malfurion. He manages to regrowth himself back, but the Anubrak caught by the stray Flame Strike.
Drow Hunter, get back in there. Uh-oh, watch the bomb.
Misha gonna spread the bomb to everybody.
Curse Bullet again used.
Yeah, and they get back onto this point. Excellent comeback here. Kael'thas here. Never Say Die from Dexus. Excellent play there. Making this, I believe, is that a 1-for-1?
Drow Hunter, you're a legend.
Yeah. Drow Hunter, of course, the legend, the myth. Troth
that block into that escape.
Yeah, Troth looking very low on mana. It's going to be bad news here from Malthael, who needs that Q to stay alive. Cho'Gall here, looking for the back flank here. They don't know it's coming. Hey, is that coming? Here comes the bolt out, the slide in, the volley, the break it down to engage at the same time. Troth goes in hard, doesn't have the Qs. Misha goes down, Jakebot gets down to 30 health, gets back up just in time, is going to be fine. Troth, meanwhile, looking very low, not able to self-sustain as he should as Malthael, and that's all the heroics used on the side of late game, though. And they still have one on the side of Ghost Cones, but Drow Hunter getting picked off here. The Cocoon.
Great stun by Nubrak.
Beautiful stun, beautiful Cocoon. Excellent Anubrak play coming out from Ginger. Tychus finishing off this Cho'Gall. The Zerg come. They are going to... I believe that was 100 Zerg wave for late game, though, so they're going to have to clean this up.
They did.
Yeah. So
late game, though, they did a great job sneaking the Cho'Gall bottom, you know, before that gank attempt, just to pick it up. And both times, even though they've lost the objective, and even though they're behind 2 levels, they've been able to pick up enough of a Zerg wave to deny the snowball. Let's see what they can get here. They'll get a keep wall. Ghost Clones will.
Yeah.
They'll defend very well, especially with the Greymane Tychus combo.
Yeah, Kael'thas defending bottom just fine. Yeah, they're waiting for a globe up here. They grab it, and looks like they're going to go ahead and take this top 4 wall here for free. 15 to 12. They're looking to get some XP. This will get them a lot closer to 16, and this will be a long time before late game, though, can rotate up.
I expect late game, though, hopefully just force a couple of fights here. Even down a talent tier, if you wait until you get to 16, you've probably given up another objective.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to go ahead and do that here. This fork, though, here comes the Malthael. Cho'Gall immediately engaging, slams the hammer down. The laser comes down, doing a whole bunch of damage on the Ghost, but D-Markon gets blown up. Tychus trying to get most in the rhythm.
Twilight Dream.
But the Twilight Dream hits 1,000,000 people, and everybody's so low that they can't continue. So Tychus goes down. They avoid this gank. Anubrak has got the E out, and they are pushing this damage back. Malfurion stepping way up. Break it out has to come out. Yeah, very late sound barrier coming out, but
getting rid of the Tychus was important. The last 2 team fights we've seen, the Tychus has single-handedly finished off the Cho'Gall. I mean, that's the important kill.
Yeah.
It's good for late game though for identifying that.
It's most of the heroics burned for late game though, but it nets them a kill, and a kill down 16 to 13. Now they're 2 levels down instead of 3.
They're pretty short cooldowns, with the exception of Sound Barrier and Tormented Souls, obviously. But just, you know, Cho'Gall being able to always just throw the hammer out there, just get a quick disengage is a bonus, especially with the Lucio boops. They've got a lot of ways to just sort of say no.
Yeah,
you don't want this fight.
And with 16 to 14, you have to imagine it's going to be a long time before Sound Barrier is going to be used in a team fight anyway, because they're going to want to avoid team fights for the time being. They're stepping up, though, on the side of Ghost Cones, really looking for this fight, trying to figure out where they're at. They're going to clear this camp.
don't think late game that wants to give the camp.
Yeah,
Nope,
threatening
they back off.
the flank with the Kael'thas, but they're gonna stay. Death Ball this 5. Drow Hunter's gonna hide in this bush as the rest of the team clears up. The beacons are gonna be active in 15 seconds, and they're gonna push hard top and see if they. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna try and get the fort. As soon as they see them, though, I don't.
Tychus and Greymane are more than enough siege damage to get rid of it.
Yeah, Ghost Clone say 16-14, free keep. We got it, no problem. So they're going to trade out this fort. That's going to give them a lot more experience, but it's going to mean they lose a keep, and that is going to be very huge for them. It's hard to tell what to do in this situation because as late game, though, it's like, can you even defend that keep in the first place? Do you try and risk those resources to defend, and maybe you end up getting wiped?
If they get to 16, if they're able to do that, I think they're just looking at, well, we can force 2 fights before Ghost Clones hit 20, and that's the game right there.
Yeah, very true.
Right now, listen. You pick the Cho'Gall, you've got to force a team fight. And they have. Let's see if they sniff this boss out. They're walking away from it.
Boss very close. I'm not sure if they know that it's happening.
Yeah,
oh, there's the vision, and it's too late.
Not gonna get there.
And there's the boss. But one thing I will say for late game, though, no percentage has been ticking up for Zerg, so it's really just boss pushing onto a fort that's still in the way. So late game, though, worse things could be happening to them right now.
And they just choose to trade out more structures.
Yeah, so Kael'thas...
This boss should be at least a keep wall, threaten a keep, depending on when late game they'll go back.
Yeah, but late game, though, they're going to be able to get 16 off this structure damage, and they're going to be able to fight this boss on even terms.
Are they going to go... Oh, they're going to go past the boss. I like this.
Yeah, are they going to...
No more vision on Mouth, so again, if Ghost Clones are expecting late game, though, to go from the hearth, nope, they go sneak the point.
They're going to go grab the point. Who cares about the wall? Make sure we get some percentage points ticking down while we go fight. So
this is not a bad equation to try to win a game here. If you even
late game though has to see what's coming. Malfurion in a bad place. Ice blocks. Excellent choice there. Excellent Twilight Dream. The Malthael immediately cocoon as the ult comes down, but everyone's getting so low from all the Kael'thas Cho'Gall damage. Malfurion's gonna have a really tough time dealing with all this up. Malthael gets a kill onto somebody. Kael'thas, though, throwing it out. Ghost takes a lot of damage, but it's going to be a 1-for-1, and that's where late game, though, wants to be. They get 100-0 Zerg wave. They catch up in experience. Excellently done by late game.
Okay, game not quite over yet.
That was a much cleaner engage than every engage so far.
I think Soundbarrier got interrupted there. I think he wanted to pop it specifically before the cocoon went off, and it looked like a Nubarak got just that 10-second reset.
Yeah.
Greymane really
had that sound barrier gone off, that would have been a wipe, 100%.
Definitely, they would have at least gotten 3 kills out of it. Yeah. And that, again, that could have turned into a keep trade.
Yeah, but as it stands now, this Zerg wave pushing on the bottom fort. Unfortunately for late game, though, they have both of their keeps gone.
But they won one fight.
Yeah.
Pre-20. They've got to get one more. Just go for broke.
Yeah. So late game's, though, doing a really good job defending, getting the kills that they need to try and get back in the game. But Ghost Clones mitigating it and maintaining their advantage, trading out keeps in exchange if they lose a team fight.
Waiting for Kael'thas to get in the party bush.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Big party bush. They're leaving their camps alone. Looks like Ghost Clones, though, expects them to just be all in their camps.
See, not having the kill rog out here hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pushing up. I mean, they can see it coming. Ghost Clones have no idea.
Late game though, used
here
all
comes
of their
the ball.
Initiate.
They're initiating here. Cho'Gall separates the rest of the team. They're very split at the moment, and it's just full disengage, and they're going to grab this camp for free. Ghost Clones doesn't want a single bit of it.
Good job running away.
Yeah.
The enemy team used every cooldown. They just tried to press R win the video game.
Yeah.
And like I said, Ghost Clones just walked right away.
Yeah.
Excellent
disengage. If they hadn't spent all those heroics, I would say it's 100% worth it for late game, though. But as is, they spend all of their heroics for a camp. And meanwhile, you've got catapults and fire hellbats pushing on your core.
So the reason that I like... Oh, Malthael's going to get caught here. Here comes the Nubarak.
Oh, the reverse catch out, and there goes the Malthael down, and that could be the nail in the coffin for late game, though.
They've got a camp pushing bottom.
They've got a piece of broccoli annoying them.
So,
Ooh.
let's see. Did he get
Big dive there from the
hammer?
Anubrak. Cho'Gall, he can't get through the laser. The body block from the laser. Tychus
Wow.
is a legend there.
Shout out to D-Marcon.
D-Marcon with the plays, making the play happen. Cho'Gall goes down, and that's going to be game. Going over to Ghost Clones. Oh my god.
Wow. Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, no kidding. The cocoon comes out, and then... This is not a joke. I love you, D-Marcon, right now. We're going to get this guy into voice chat, whether he likes it or not. That's a lie, but I'm going to try it anyway. All right. Some really intense games coming out there. Brax's holdout. Ghost Clones win. I really should have updated my score. Now it's updated. There you go. We're going to see if we can't get D-Marcon or any other players in here.
Great backline play in the second game. Cold Cake and D-Marcon were on point.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Combined, they went 16-1.
Whew.
Putting out a good bit of damage. Well played.
Okay, we're going to move to Lobby 2 in the NGS Discord. Okay.
Now, just a quick... Oh. And then we got Marcon.
Yeah, hello.
All right, we got him in chat. How you doing, dear Marcon? How you feel after that match?
We're feeling pretty good, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I think my first question there is that was a fantastic laser there at the end to get that Cho'Gall out.
Oh yeah, thank you. I saw him going, and I was like, he's only got one escape route if he wants to live. Let's block that off.
Yeah, that was making the plays there for sure. And you and Cold Cake there in that second game, the Greymane Tychus combo really put you guys ahead in the early game. Is that something you guys practice?
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing for us. Cake loves to play Greymane. I love to play Greymane, so we both play it plenty. In addition to that, Tychus is probably my favorite hero in the game. I've probably played him my 6th time so far this season in an NGS game. So we were more than prepared to handle anything like a Cho'Gall.
Yeah, yeah. And feel free to lie if you want, but were you guys aiming to pick the Cho'Gall yourself there in that game?
We absolutely were aiming to pick the Cho'Gall.
I knew it was a
We actually were at the beginning. The Malthael threw us off, though. Once they threw that Malthael out in that first round, though, we decided against it, and but then they pulled it out of nowhere.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the Malfurion I thought was not towards Cho'Gall, but yeah, for sure. The Malfurion, though, is my other question here. Obviously, you weren't expecting the Cho'Gall, but Malfurion, did your support player have a tough time keeping everybody up? I mean, Drow Hunter made some crazy good plays, but Malfurion seemed like they were really struggling there against the Kael'thas Cho'Gall damage.
I mean, I think he was doing a fine job. I definitely got caught out of position a few times, which he got mad at. But I think overall, I mean, he did a great job of it. He did manage to keep us alive for the most part. I mean, if you're looking at it, other than our solo laner, we only had 2 deaths. So, I mean, he did a pretty good job of it.
All right, excellent. Now, looking back at your Tomb of the Spider Queen game, you went for the Anna Malthael combo there. Was that something you guys had planned before? And if you did, why ban the Johanna and not the Anubarak?
That isn't something that we actually planned ahead of time. That was something that just kind of in the draft. We thought it might be good. The reason for the Johanna ban was personally she's pretty good on that map, and they had already chosen the Cassia and the double blinds along with the damage on that fend. We didn't want that opportunity for the extra.
Okay. And yeah, you have any questions there, Bobo?
We're going into week 5 and 6. You guys are right on the playoff line. What's going on? What's the prep like? How do you guys feel going into, really crunch time for this division?
I think we're a mixture of nervous but pretty comfortable in our position. I think we're all pretty comfortable and kind of assuming that we're going to make it to the playoffs at this point, because especially if you're looking at those top teams, the ones that we're kind of competing with first, most of them actually have more games played than us. Mm-hmm. So we're hoping that over the next 2 weeks, our extra game over them, or extra 2 games for disbanded, we're hoping that kind of helps set us apart, maybe give us that going into the playoffs.
Fantastic. You guys have like kind of a there's a week of death here in week 5 coming up for Division C. So I'm very interested to see what would happen. And you guys have to. I mean, I don't know what that's like having to play a match on Sunday and then immediately having to play a big match on Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, no, it'll definitely be a huge game, great game.
So I'm super excited about that. And I guess my last question is how much of your win can be attributed to the immediate Kala coaching on Cold Cake before the game?
Probably 100%. I think it would have been 2-0 in the other direction had she not been at that coaching. So
man.
thanks, Kala. Shout out to Tempo Storm.
Yeah. Tempo Storm OP.
Tempo Storm carrying us to victory today.
Yeah, shout out to Kala too. I don't think I'll ever watch this, but who knows. So
yeah.
I think that's it for me. You got any shout outs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I already gave my shout out to Tempo Storm. Huge shout out to my team for, being there supporting me. We all get tilted very easily, but, we're all there for each other, help us through the hard times. Shout out to, as Michael, I always shout out to Michael in every game. He has kind of helped us from the beginning. And shout out to my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got super hyped for that one. I don't know why. But anyways, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate it, and good luck in the rest of your guys' matches.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to the match tomorrow with you guys.
Oh, it's so excited. I hope someone picks it up to cast. Come on, guys. All right. Moving back to cast in lobby 2. All right. Okay, everybody. Yeah, so...
That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was absolutely good. Thank you so much for being around with me, Professor Bobo.
Thank you for having me, Ghost Dunk. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, this is a fantastic game. If you guys have noticed my voice has been a little bit more sultry and sumptuous, it's because I finally have my good mic and my stand and everything in place, so I'm very excited to bring this technology to you guys. I know the pop filter, if I get lazy, it covers up half my face. I'm going to sit up here. Anyways, my co-caster has been Professor Bobo. Once again, thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, and this has been Nexus Gaming Series. You can go to nexusgamingseries.com to get more information if you're just tuning in for the first time. We're going into week 5. This is going to be an incredible week. The playoffs are going to be probably decided here in this bloodbath among all 5 divisions. There are 5 divisions from Grandmaster to Bronze. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to tell your friends about it. Tons of amateur hots. It's going to be a ton of fun. Once again, to sum up, the Ghost Clones go 2-0 up over late game, though, solidifying their playoff berth here. And, yeah, I think that's going to be it. Once again, my co-caster has been Professor Bobo.
Thank you all once again for being out on the stream tonight.
Yeah, and I've been Ghost Dunk. Thank you guys for watching. And make sure to follow me on Twitch at Ghost Dunk. Hit that follow button or go there if you're watching this on YouTube. And have a good night.